Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, this is going to be a full flip through unboxing of the Monsoon Tarot. So I was so excited for this to arrive and I cannot wait to go full in depth to show you each individual card. So this is what the box looks like. We have some kind of silver metallicness going on. And I really love the three cats we have here on the front. So this is inspired by Japanese illustrations. We draw the cards from the audience's perspective with feelings and thoughtfulness. Each fairy tale-like picture sees the combined use of figurative representations, symbolic forms, delicate brushwork and subtle colouring. The reading of tarot is all-inclusive, embracing any stories and experiences. We hope you may follow your intuition and live a unique life. I love that. We have the copyright by Wu Studios 2022, all rights reserved, made in China. And then at the back it says the Monsoon Tarot, a Rider-Waite-Smith deck in which some cards also imply the path of the tree of Kabbalah, is characterized by its dreamlike visual. A low saturation palette is applied to the illustration to develop a delicate crystal-like texture. The careful delineation of numerous decorative details endows each card with narrative depth. Collectively, they piece together an immersive experience, tempting you to explore with caution. The feelings buried deep in memories begin to surface under the guidance of Monsoon's symbol-rich expression. So it seems very powerful. So this is the standard edition, which I think is £52.53 in Great British pounds. I will leave the link where you can purchase this deck in the description bar below. So if you're interested, make sure you check it out because that is where you can authentically buy it from. There is also a limited edition version, which the limited edition I believe does have gilding on it. So that's like the collector's edition, which that is £61.43 Great British pounds, and then there is a mini edition which is £43.63 Great British pounds. So this is the backs of the cards, which I find really intriguing. It has this kind of muted grey borders. And you can see we have these like hands here. If you look really closely, you can see a lot of symbols here. We have some birds. I actually really love the back. It's very, very different. So this is the booklet that it comes with. So as you can see, it is Chinese, but we do have the keywords in English. So it's very simple to read for each card. A very basic book, but again, it's simple if you just want to quickly get to that card and see what the keywords are. So now we're going to take a look at each individual card. So we're going to start with the Fool, and the card is very good quality. It feels quite smooth, but it has this kind of textured look to it as well. So very good cardstock, I would say. It's not too flimsy. I think it would last a really long time, especially if you look after your cards really well. So I love this for the Fall because it's almost like something peeping out. It's like, you know, that excitement of what's going to happen. So I love that depiction of the Fall. Then we have the Magician. Wow. I love that. There's like this rainbow coming from the sky. It's like, you know, it really is that energy of like manifestations happening. And is that bed of flowers, or are these cactuses? I mean, it's really good for your intuition to really pull different messages from the cards. We have the High Priestess, very fitting. Wow, I love the muted colours. The palette is gorgeous. We have the Empress. There's just like a lot going on. I feel like some of the images are quite not that much going on, and others are just so much happening, like with these birds, and we got like what is going on in the background, you know? Wow. We have the Emperor, which is interesting because it kind of looks like the Lover's card. I love that. It kind of gives you a different message entirely. Beautiful. We have the Hierophant. I love this Hierophant. We've got the keys, there's a candle. It's like a book with like a hole in. Again, so many intuitive hits you can get from this deck. The Lovers. Wow, so we've got all these like, look, all these like hidden people up here. Got the Temptation with the apple, which has a key in. She kind of looks like she's looking at the apple, but she's gravitating towards this flower. Oh, and there's more people here. Like, there's just so much. Like, you could stare at the imagery all day. It really is like a storytelling deck. So then we have the Chariot, which is very interesting. It's like this person's leaving something behind, like all these books, all this baggage, kind of moving forward. And we still got that yin and yang energy. Next we have Strength. I love this Strength card. It's so different. Like, it's not your traditional lion card, which I know we all love to see with the Rider-Waite-Smith inspired decks, but I love that there's like more to this. You know, this is almost like this box of strength or box of ideas. There's just so much you can kind of get with this. It's like they're looking at their reflection. It's just very powerful deck, I'd have to say. We have the Hermit. So as you can see, they're kind of in solitude, just chilling by themselves. We do have the Lantern there, which is great to see. Just seems like they've stocked up on so much knowledge now they're taking a break. Interesting, the scenery at the back as well, with this castle that's kind of on fire. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the box on the back of the box. I love this. Actually, the minute I see this, it reminds me of like the Power of Three. It has a very witchy feel to it, especially because cats are kind of very like intuitive witchy creatures. It's so spooky, this card. So spooky, but I love it. So we have this kind of roundness here to represent the wheel, and it's like these threads are all intertwined in it. I think there's just so much you could pull from the cards. There's just not enough time to go through each card on this video, but I feel like I'm gonna miss a lot of the things that are going on in the cards, but I don't want the video to be super long. So we have Justice, and what I noticed with Justice, we have two spare cards that were at the back. So we have this Origin card came with, and we have this Justice card, so you get to choose which one you want. Obviously this one doesn't have the number on, whereas this one does. I'm really drawn to both. I think they're both great representations of justice. I kind of prefer this one, and I might actually choose this one for the deck, because I love, you know, we've got this ticking timer here with the scissors. Like, you know, it's kind of like split in two of what's fair, and you see like she's took her mask off. It's just, that's just a very powerful justice card. So for now I might choose this one. So then we have the Hanged Man. which is interesting because they're not very much hanging, are they? There's like this, is this like a mask? I'm not too sure what's going on there. Very interesting. Wow, this card has to be my favorite so far, the Death card. Like, I mean, this is kind of what I want to see in a Death card. I want to see the death. I want to see almost like a spirit representation, and that is what you get here. There is like this ghostly figure, this like apparition. That is beautiful. Well, it's like really, really well done. And then we have Temperance, which we have these like 3 cats again. There could be the same cats but younger. I love the fact we've got the wings. Yeah. Again, there's like a lot of symbols. You can see all the symbols. You have the Devil. Wow, look at this. So we have like a bird that has an arrow through it. There's these people in the background like waving. And it's kind of like, it's so interesting, like what's going on here. There's this need to kind of let go, I feel. So then we have the Tower. So we've got this like chessboard here. It's like a, we've got like this ship that's kind of turned. It's like everything's coming to crap, isn't it? Everything's just dissolving. It's like losing a battle here. Very good for the Tower. I love the fact there's no fire. I love the fact it's more muted and there's just like the sea to represent the things, you know, things are taking over. Next we have the Star. So this is a beautiful star card with all these twinkling stars. She's super pretty, really nice background. It's kind of very well, looks quite Christmassy, that one gives me the vibe. Next we have the Moon, and how interesting is this? We have this little boy, this is the boy with a little egg. Then there's like a cradle here. There's like a snake going into the cradle, but he's walked off with the egg. That is so interesting. This will be so interesting readings. It's like, you know, the fears left behind and this is what you're moving forward with. Very interesting. Then we have the Sun, and I love this as the Sun. She's like, they're both waving to each other. It feels really happy. You can see there's like a rainbow and the sun glimmering. I love that. It's very interesting. Then we have Judgment. So we have all these beautiful white swans. Oh, I didn't see this. There's like a face here. She's like hanging on to one of the swans. Has a really pure energy about that card. Then we have the World. So we kind of have like the wreath going round here, round his head. Interesting, we have all these eggs kind of planted. I mean, that can represent a new cycle for sure. Very interesting. I love the fact this kind of looks like his hair, but it's actually like a nest. So that is the major arcanas. So now we're going to go on to the minors. So we have the Ace of Fire, which is represented by the fire element. And you can see we have this kind of figure of a woman. She's literally on fire. Then we have the Two of Fire. So again, very interesting. There's like these tracks here. We've got these cats, one holding a crown. There's like a clock. He kind of reminds me of like the Fool with his little, you know, bag, like off to set off on the journey. We have the Three of Fire. So fire is the suit of wands. So there's a lot of cats in this deck, a lot of cats. So you can see we have the sword, we have the crown. We have the Four of Fire. So we have this frame, picture frame. And a lot of happy people, like he's got a camera. Definitely gives strong happy family vibes. It's like I always see frames as like windows or doors, you know. I noticed a lot of them have like faceless, and I love that. I think it pulls more intuition on who they could be. So I love the fact the fighting energy, it has pillows. So then we have the Six of Fire. So I think this does look very dreamy. You know, they're like on this boat. They have like a little heart here. This really is that feeling of when you get your dreams, you're just sailing through it. We have the Seven of Fire. I love the fact the hair is like a fire. So then we have the Eight of Fire, which is really good for the Eight of Wands. As you can see, we have all these witches on these brooms, so it gives that energy of things being up in the air, you know, news and travel. I love this card a lot. We have the Nine of Fire. Very interesting. She's holding a little baby. And there's like a flying person. That's not a bird, that's like a person. It's like, is she watching her old self? And look at the book, it's got a doorway in it. There's like this compass. Wow, this is a very interesting card. Then we have the Ten of Fire. So yeah, he's trying to hold this big mushroom up. He's like carrying a lot. So that really does represent that well. I love the fact we have like these zodiac symbolisms as well. We have the Page of Fire. So I love this, her outfit. She's like made from roots. Love that. Then we have the Knight of Fire, which as you can see, it says fire here, represented by Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Fire. So we have this like chessboard. We've got the sunflowers. I thought there would be a cat in this one. Can't seem to see a cat, but like the Aries symbol. We have the King of Fire. Also, he's kind of like wounded. His hand is wounded. But like he has that impression of, I know I'm still gonna roll. So now we're on to the air suit, which is swords. So this is the Ace of Air. We have the Two of Air. I love that. She's almost like she can't see what she's doing and she needs to reach for something. She needs to kind of make a choice here. We have the Three of Air. So I always love the Three of Swords index because I feel like they have to represent pain. They just do. And you can see there's something, you know, someone's kind of walked off here. Someone's kind of left someone behind. You know, she's still holding this key, but the door is shattered. It's almost like this energy of unrepairable. I love it. So then we have the Four of Air. So you can see he's just resting. And these people are kind of, she kind of looks pregnant, doesn't she? Slightly. Yeah, it's like they're kind of coming over to like wish him well. Look at this door. This deck is just unbelievable. Okay, we have the Five of Air. Wow. This is so interesting because I'm like, did she do this or is this her family? You kind of get two different messages when you look at this. And I feel like all these birds are almost like representing death. Wow. Very powerful. So the Six of Air. Yeah, I like this. This is like, you know, moving on to calmer shores. You know, she's kind of ready now to take that leap. You know, these rabbits represent almost like that, taking that leap. She's ready to go. We have the Seven of Air. Oh, so we have another little baby here. This is interesting for the Seven of Air. I almost, oh, this kind of looks like a dog. Kind of looks like a shape of a dog to me. Yeah, this is, wow, this is powerful. This is like your loyalty has been destroyed. The dogs represent loyalty. Very interesting. So we have the Eight of Air. She's kind of hanging on. We have the Nine of Air. I love the bottle. I really, really love the bottle. With, look, the wounded heart. Oh, she's like a bumblebee. She's like a bumblebee trapped in a jar. It's like she's been overworked and she's kind of, you know, feeling really guarded and run down. She's been overworked. We have the Ten of Air. I love the cut heart in the center. And this book is like coming to life with this person. Wow, this is like, yeah. These would be really good for love readings, I feel. We have the Page of Air. So yeah, it's like bringing news of love. These little letters. I love that. I really, really love the court cards in this deck. Court cards never are really my favourite, but I love them. So we have the Knight of Air. And then we have the Queen of Air. She looks very independent. Then we have the King of Air. Oh, look at this black cat. Yeah, the Aquarius symbol here. And he's like writing something there. So now on to the suit of water. So water is cups. So we have the Ace of Cups. So we have this kind of see-through-y figure here with this apple. We have the Two of the Water, which I think this is so sweet. They're like holding hands. Oh, we have another apple here. It's like a golden apple. We have the Three of Water. So we've got the energy of, like, you know, friendship, collaborations, being reunited. I love this butterfly here. We have the Four of Water. Wow, look at this. We have this, the stop sign, the traffic lights. It's like, stop, take a break. And that's what he's doing. And you know what? Life's still happening behind him. Wow. You have the Five of Water. She's like, she's crying. She's really upset. But there is a boat here for her to go to. Something for her to focus on. Then we have the Six of Water. This is interesting. They do have that kind of closeness here, like their family. You know, that kind of reminiscing about what you used to do, possibly. We have the Seven of Water. This is like interesting. Because this is like the choices card, and as you can see, there is options here. There's so many things happening, so much on the mind, and it's like this person's dragging this spirit along. It's like there's like a lot of representation of like leaving your old self behind, or there's a lot of kind of ghostly feel to this deck and all, which I absolutely love because I'm obsessed with spirits. We have the Eight of Water. Yeah, so she's like ready to go. She's leaving. There's a lot happening on this bed. You know, we have got a fire. We've got a key. Wow. The colours. Look at the colours are just insane. I love the colours. So we have the Nine of Water. We have these like origami kind of boats, which I think is perfect for the Nine of Water because, you know, it's all about, you know, putting your dreams out there. You know, maybe these little boats have writing in the middle, you know, of what you want to happen. So then we have the Ten of Water. This is interesting because she does have someone waiting for her here. This big sunflower head man. And there's lots of hands here. So she definitely is being appreciated. She's feeling a lot of love around her. I love the fact we still have the rainbow here, like the Rider-Waite. So we have the Page of Water. So there's like a lot of creativity happening here. This is amazing. This is almost like your inner child that loved to paint has kind of come out again. You know, this cracked egg, it's like your inner child coming out in a way. That's how it makes me feel when I look at it. It's like you still have that talent, that creativity. Or he's been inspired by someone. So then we have the Knight of Water. Again, it's like another representation of someone kind of coming out of their shell. You know? There's more on the inside than there is on the outside. The Queen of Water. We've got another little cat. She looks like a very caring person. Then we have the King of Water. So we do have a lot of keys, like representation of keys in this deck as well. But this is like from a wheel tire. Yeah, I just love the fact they put the zodiacs on here for each cards. So now we're onto the suit of Earth. So we have the Ace of Earth. This crystal is glowing. Can you see that? Like, it literally does look 3D, like it's glowing. Like that gem. That is such a beautiful Ace of Pentacles card. The Two of Earth. So we've got this like yin and yang energy here. You have the Three of Earth, which you kind of have like these kind of witches. Kind of does represent school, collaborations, working together, definitely. You have the Four of Earth. Not quite sure what is he holding. But yeah, he's definitely, you know, harvesting away. Keeping a lot to himself, you know, being very prepared. So we have the Five of Earth. Wow. So yeah, we have another arrowed bird here. This wolf has arrows through it, and so does this person here. This is like, wow. It really does represent loss, doesn't it? Being, you know, pushed aside, casted away. We have the Six of Earth. Wow, we have this big cheese. And again, we've got like the witch, like a witchy fairy figure. It's like this person's giving the massive piece of cheese to this mouse. It's like a very giving energy here. I love it. So we have the Seven of Earth. This always makes me feel like you've lost something and you need to find it. You need to keep going for it. It's like having a purpose in your career. If you haven't found it yet, you need to keep going. It's kind of the message I get with this. That is a beautiful card. We have the Eight of Earth. So this makes me feel like he's trying to find the right key for this lock in order to unlock his dreams. It's like another message to keep going, keep working hard, don't give up. Wow. I keep saying wow because I'm just so kind of in awe of all these cards. I'm gobsmacked. We have the Nine of Earth. So this is like a Christmas tree. She's literally wearing like a Christmas tree. It has a very abundant energy, which is exactly what you want to see in the Nine of Pentacles. So then we have the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. This is like, look, you can see all this bread. Like this homemade bread. Again, a very abundant energy. It's like something you've made, something you're kind of giving. It's very interesting for the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. But it does make me feel like they've made something they're really proud of to kind of pass down to others. So then we have the Page of Earth. She's like a maid. She kind of looks like one of these maids in a way. Then we have the Knight of Earth. Wow, again, I love the keys that they use in a lot of the cards. Look, that's where the chest is. But she's kind of looking in this box. Okay, then we have the Queen of Earth. I mean, look what she's got. She's got a whole bunch of this fruit or coins. And she's got this like a nest on her head with some eggs. And then we have the King of Earth, which has all these little cats in. There's a cat here, there's one on his head. There's like a lot of humour in this card actually. And he's got keys on his legs and all these grapes to represent abundance. So I love the fact the use of fruit and food that they've used in this deck as well. He's just sitting in front of this door with the Taurus symbol there. Wow. Okay, so first impressions, I would say it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It is insane. Like, I know it's a big thing to say, but I feel like it shuffles really well, by the way. That's what we're doing now, shuffle test. This could be the deck of the year for me. Like, this could actually be in my top 10, because I feel like I've already connected with this deck, even though I haven't used it. But yeah, it shuffles really nice because the cards are not too big, they're not too thick. So let's try and get a message for the collective, please. Okay, we have the Empress. Beautiful. So this is about growth, fertility, you know, motherhood. And I can see we have these birds. We have 3 birds, so it represents the number 3. It's like communications coming forward for a lot of you. You're birthing new things, new businesses, new relationships. I feel like you're getting support. I feel like someone is shining, like someone has a glow about them right now. And there's just this new kind of journey and chapter that's going to happen from something that you've birthed and created. So what a lovely message we have here. So in the book it says, attending to feelings, nourishment, energy of passion and love. And then it says treating things sensitively, investment in experiencing life and the nature. So this is my full flip through tutorial of the Monsoon Tarot deck. Now I have to say 10 out of 10 for me. I don't see any negativeness about this deck whatsoever. I think it's so well done. And I cannot wait to start working with this deck intuitively and seeing what I can pull. But yeah, if you would like to purchase this deck, the link is in the description bar below, and that will take you straight to their website. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content, and I'm sending you so much love and light.